Welcome to my channel. I'm Jackson Summers, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I made $9,000 with Bitcoin in only 10 minutes. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has become more and more popular as the years go on, and financial institutions and governments are starting to see Bitcoin as a real asset rather than just some speculative investment. 2020 was one of the best years for Bitcoin and crypto in general, as we saw it rise over 400%, which is a 5x. It started 2020 at around $7,000 per coin, dipped all the way to about 3,000 bucks, and then shot to the absolute moon, reaching about 38K by the end of 2020. Insane, right? However, that wasn't even the end. Bitcoin continued climbing in price, reaching about $63,000 per coin back in April of this year. With all that growth came a huge pullback. Bitcoin is currently trading 40% lower than it was back in April, and it actually went down even more because about a month ago it reached around $28,000 per coin. Now here is how I made that $9,000 completely passively for pretty much doing nothing, and it was actually an accident, which I'm going to explain throughout this video. If you guys know from my last videos, I used to trade Bitcoin and stocks a lot more. However, I was kind of getting really sick of losing money trading and just not really seeing myself going anywhere with that. Of course, I did have some great gains, but in the end, I feel like the losses pretty much equal out the gains. For most people, probably about 90%, you actually lose money. I didn't really lose money, I just didn't really make money, right? So it wasn't worth my time. So really dumbly, I decided to sell all of my Bitcoin in my Bybit account, which is how I traded Bitcoin using leverage, right? You can long, short it, do all that crazy stuff. So I basically sold my Bitcoin back to USDT. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I could have literally picked any other stable coin, and I'm sorry if that offends you guys. But yeah, I picked Tether, and I sold about maybe $1,500 back into USDT. I meant to sell the full amount, which was around $3,000 in Bitcoin. However, I accidentally only sold half, so I unknowingly left that $1,500 in Bitcoin in my Bybit account and kind of just forgot about it because I wasn't trading anymore. In March of this year, I went back to that Bybit account and I saw that I didn't sell the full amount. So that $1,500 I had in Bitcoin was now worth over $18,000, which was insane to me, and a lot of money at the time. Still is a lot of money, obviously, because it's only like 8 months later. But yeah, so I was shocked at that. I was obviously really excited. However, I was also mad because I sold that $1,500 and just let it sit in USDT for no reason. So I could have had another $18,000 to go with that, which would have been really nice. But I'm grateful that I didn't sell the full amount, right? Because that's what I actually wanted to do, stupidly enough. But I didn't, so that was a huge blessing to me. And obviously I have kept that money now in Bitcoin fully, because I believe in the future growth of Bitcoin, and I'm not selling anytime soon. Now you guys are probably thinking, wait, 1,500 into 18,000, that's much more than $9,000. But I'm basing that $9,000 off what it's worth now because Bitcoin has fallen in price, right? Which is completely normal. Anytime it goes up that much, that quickly, a pullback is pretty much necessary. I wouldn't call it a major crash yet unless we go down another 20%, 15%, then it's kind of getting into a crash. Of course, it would be a crash for like the stock market, but Bitcoin is a completely different beast, right? It's gone down 50 to 90% in pretty much every crash it's had. So yeah, it's something to take note of, right? Also, another thing is you're probably saying, well, I didn't make this in 10 minutes. And that's true because it did take months of compounding interest when Bitcoin was just increasing in price massively. However, you have to remember that trade definitely took less than 10 minutes and it was actually mistakenly made. So I pretty much didn't even mean to do this. It wasn't even a thought in my mind or any research that went into it. It was just a mistake, which ended up being a great mistake for me. So when I was looking at my account back in March, seeing this huge number, I was like, wait, I should probably get this off the exchange. As if you guys don't know, keeping your Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies on an exchange is very convenient. However, it's also a bit risky just because you don't own the private keys and they protect that for you. So if they somehow misorganize those or get hacked, it could be very bad and you could lose all of your money, right? Some of these companies have insurance and stuff like that, which can help get back some of your money. But in a lot of cases, you're going to lose everything and it's pretty much not their liability, right? So with this in mind, I kind of still wanted to use an exchange just because it's so convenient, but I kind of want it to be rewarded at least. So I looked for other platforms that would pay you in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency just to keep your assets on that platform so you can get compounding interest on top of the gains that you get from the cryptocurrencies. One of the platforms I saw was BlockFi, which is very popular and probably the safest one out there just because it is regulated in the United States of America, and they do have some insurance, not completely covered. So yes, you probably could still lose your entire position if they were hacked or something like that. But I really don't see that happening, probably less than a 1% chance of that ever happening. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. But of course, if you plan to keep all of your money there, then yes, you do need to take note of that. And you should probably not keep your full portfolio on that platform. In terms of the interest they offer you, when I signed up, it was around 6 to 8% for Bitcoin. However, they have decreased that quite a bit now just because it wasn't really the most sustainable thing for them as a company. So essentially they lowered it to about 4% interest per year on Bitcoin. The more you have in Bitcoin on BlockFi, the less they're actually going to be paying you every month in interest, which is kind of strange, but I guess it makes sense. However, you have to remember that BlockFi also allows you to deposit other cryptos like Ethereum and some top stable coins. Also, when I signed up, they had a $250 in free Bitcoin promotion offer, which is actually still going. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, there's a link below. So pretty much on your first deposit, they're going to give you a bonus just for depositing, which could be up to $250 in Bitcoin. In my 2 BlockFi accounts, I have earned over $400 in Bitcoin interest for doing completely nothing, right? And that's in less than 5 months. So that's pretty amazing, right, guys? It's something I really didn't have to think about. I just deposited my Bitcoin, left it there, and they paid me interest in Bitcoin. So that's going to compound on top of that. So I'm going to earn more and more money just from Bitcoin's value increasing as well. So really, I highly recommend BlockFi. Of course, only deposit an amount that you're not going to be stressed every day looking at it, making sure that nothing happened, right? Because really there is some risk with BlockFi, but it definitely has the lowest risk of any other platform offering the same kind of service. So currently those deposits are worth about $12,500 in Canadian, which is around 10 grand American. So I am down about 8 to 9,000 from Bitcoin's peak back in April of this year, but I'm fine with that because I do see Bitcoin growing much more in the future. So guys, to close it out, I made 9 grand in profit, right? That's amazing, that's awesome, and it was once over $16,000 in profit, but of course I didn't sell because I have diamond hands and we're waiting for Elon Musk to take Bitcoin to the absolute moon. If something like this has happened to you in the past, let me know in the comments below, as I love those stories where people either bought Bitcoin a long time ago on accident, or maybe even sold it a long time ago and they either made a lot of money or lost a lot of money. Either way, it's pretty interesting. Of course, we want people to make money, not lose it. The value that I hope you gain from this video is that investing is one of the only true passive income sources, and you should get investing as soon as possible, right? Letting your money sit in a savings account is not good.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
And many people think, oh, I'm saving my money, I'm doing such a good job, I'm gonna be set for life. And that's the complete opposite. You need to invest that money, whether it's in stocks, real estate, cryptocurrency, right? You gotta get that money working for itself, because if you don't, inflation is gonna eat away at it, right? And you're gonna be sitting pretty much the same position you are now in the next 20, 30, 40 years if you don't invest. Imagine if I invested all the money I had into Bitcoin when I was trying to sell it. That would be worth over 200K now. which is insane. I'm not saying that would be a good idea to just invest all of your money into Bitcoin, but you definitely need to make smart decisions in terms of where you invest and how you invest, right? You don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket, but if you believe in a position and it's a good buy, you might as well put a good amount of money into it, because in the future, if everything works out, it could be worth a lot more. If you did enjoy this video, remember to smash that like button, as it really helps out the YouTube algorithm. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload, because why would you want to miss an upload, guys? I'm producing some valuable content here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.